Hot takes, great debates, highlights, basketball. In my heart of hearts, I believe none of the top guys in the NBA have respect for Steph Curry. See, in my previous video, I told you guys, I don't believe guys like playing with James Harden. I think guys have respect for James Harden's offensive capabilities. I don't believe guys respect Steph Curry. I've never seen anything like that. We'll get into that more. Let's get into the highlight from last night's game. We're talking about Chris Paul here more. We'll get into him more shortly. He made some comments that disregarded Steph Curry. OKC was on the road in Milwaukee taking on Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Bucks. So we'll get into the highlight, then we'll come back. You see the legend Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the former Milwaukee Buck and Laker great. Kareem in the building. Checking out the Greek Freak. Giannis channeling his inner Kareem at the rim, getting buckets. Now, Kareem could never do that. Giannis getting up and down the court at 7 feet, pretty much. Jamming it home for two, showing off the muscles. Giannis had 24 points in the first half. This is a blowout. I mean, look at Giannis. Everywhere. I mean, what do you do with the Greek Freak at this point? Bucks up 11. Giannis makes it a 14-point game. He drills the three. Now look at Giannis. Left-handed. 21-point game. Let's move on to the third quarter. This is a blowout. Giannis is going to get a lot of rest. So I like the way Giannis is load managing. He's not missing games if he can. The way Giannis load manages is by blowing teams out, and he's getting breaks in the second half of games. Beautiful pass from Giannis. He had 6 assists, 32 points, 13 rebounds, and just 27 minutes of action. The Bucks blow out the Thunder 133-86. Thunder better be careful. They're falling a little bit here in the West. Yeah, let's go back to that Steph Curry made, or what Chris Paul made. To me, that were disrespectful to Steph Curry. So, Chris Paul recently did an interview with Bleacher Report's Taylor Rooks, right? And he was asked, what is the prototypical point guard? If he could make the best point guard, what would he want, right? Just his entire build. Here's what Chris Paul said. He said, I would probably want Derrick Rose explosiveness. I get that, right? We all get that. And then he said, you've got the different arms, so I would like one hand, probably like Kyrie's Irving. So he wants Kyrie Irving's finishing on the right hand. And then he said he wants Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's finishes with the other hand. All right, so he got Kyrie on the right, Shai on the left, and then he's got Derrick Rose explosiveness. That seems like a really good point guard. And I know somebody's going to be like, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, why would he put him in? That's his man's. Obviously, he's trying to build up the future of the Thunder team. That's his man's. No one's going to trade for Chris Paul's contract. I get why he put Shai in this one. So please bear with Chris Paul. I get why he put Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in the conversation. He's trying to build up his young teammate that he believes has the capabilities of being an all-star in this league. But to me, we're about to get into some craziness in a second here. Steve Nash was a really good shooter, so he wants Steve Nash a part of his build. Russell Westbrook is a great rebounder, so he got Russ in it. A guy that he just got traded for, right? This gets crazier. LeBron James is always good at passing and all that different type of stuff. But I know my basketball IQ and awareness. So Chris wants his own basketball IQ and awareness. And to be fair to Chris Paul, he does have one of the best IQs and awareness of all time in basketball. Here's where it gets crazy to me and disrespectful. I would want Deron Williams or Baron Davis's build. I get it. Deron Williams was stocky. Very tough to defend in the post as a point guard. Baron Davis, I get it. I kind of get that one. He said for shooting, I also might want somebody like Gilbert Arenas. What? Wait a minute. So you done bigged up pretty much every great guard over the last decade. You done threw LeBron in it. You done threw your teammate Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in it. Derrick Rose ain't been explosive in like 8 years now. You done threw Deron Williams in it, your former rival. Y'all were drafted in the same class. Baron Davis. You done found a way to throw Baron Davis in it. And you didn't even do gun-chucking, gambling in the locker room Gilbert Arenas. Y'all hate Steph Curry. No. I'm serious about this. No, NBA players out there. Seriously, listen to your boy. Y'all hate Steph Curry. Y'all hate him. Y'all don't have respect for Steph Curry. Like I said to start this video, I believe most guys around the league, let's stick to Chris Paul as a matter of fact. Chris Paul playing with James Harden and the Rockets, clearly unmotivated. Couldn't stay healthy. Injured every year. Didn't make all-star teams when he was playing with James. He gets to OKC. This dude ain't even missing games. It's the healthiest Chris Paul has been in 5 to 8 years. Healthy. All-star. Y'all don't like playing with James Harden. Y'all respect his offensive capabilities. But when it comes to Steph, y'all hate him. I don't even think y'all respect his game. And I don't think that's fair. If Steph Curry doesn't play defense, fine. If he don't play defense, fine. Don't put him in the all-time ranks. But to not respect the brother and his 3 rings and his 2 regular season MVPs, one of them being the only unanimous MVP in NBA history, to not respect Steph, I don't get it. This is real, ladies and gentlemen. They don't respect Steph Curry. Now, the only thing about Steph that I don't like, it happened this season. He quit on that Warriors team. Steph broke his hand the 4th game of the season, if I'm not mistaken. We are now in March. Gordon Hayward broke his hand after Steph Curry, has since returned before Steph, and Gordon's been playing basketball for 2 months. The only thing I will never forget from the Steph Curry's legacy, and to me it won't be the playoff performances, in the NBA Finals where he's been good, not great in the NBA Finals at best. The only thing I'll never forget when I talk about Steph Curry's legacy on a negative tip, I'll never forget this season. I'll never forget Draymond Green and Steph Curry this season. I'll never forget this. They quit. They quit. And I'm not going back and forth with anyone. I know when someone's quit. They quit this season. The Warriors wanted no parts of this season. I'm shocked that Steve Kerr didn't step down. With the headaches that he's had in the past, I knew for certain that Steve Kerr would quote-unquote retire, and then this summer Steph Curry would talk him out of retirement. Steph, Clay, and Draymond would go to his house and say, please come back, coach. But I got to give Steve Kerr credit. He did not quit on his team. Steph did. Draymond did. Draymond's been load managing. What the hell is Draymond load managing for? What is he load managing? Steph quit. And I can't ignore that. But what I got a big Steph up on, when the Warriors were at their peak, and this is with KD and even before KD, when they want to blow you out, when Steph Curry got it going, it is one of the most demoralizing things I've ever seen in sports. When the Warriors turn it on, when Steph Curry, and it usually happens in the 3rd quarter. They're the best 3rd quarter team ever, in my opinion. That Golden State Warriors team with KD. But even before KD, when the Warriors wanted to turn it on in the 3rd, when Steph Curry, because to me KD was better than Steph. Obviously, to me that's a no-brainer. But the most important Warrior has always been Steph, before and after KD. When he gets it going from 3, there's literally nothing you can do. I've seen some of the game's greatest players, matter of fact, including KD when he was on the Thunder. LeBron and them Cavs teams, when Steph got it going, there was nothing you could do about it. When Steph gets it going, there's nothing you can do to stop. I don't care if you call a timeout. You could burn 1 timeout. You could burn 2 timeouts. When Steph and the Warriors get it going, there's nothing you can do. Chris Paul's felt that with the Clippers and the Rockets. So the disrespect that Steph gets, I don't think it's fair, man. If you say he's not a good defender, fine. But, honest to God truth, Kyrie's not a good defender. He gets more respect than Kyrie gets more respect than Steph ever did. You brought Steve Nash into this equation. Nash was terrible on defense. Terrible. Y'all don't like Steph. And Chris Paul is letting it be known. Y'all hate Steph Curry. Y'all hate him. You into sports, we got you. NFL news, I got you. NBA news, NBA highlights, NBA full coverage, feature stories, all that great stuff, I got you. We even got a little bit of Madden and 2K mixed in. Subscribe to this platform, and I got you. More quality content on the way. Subscribe.